Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis have grown up in a world where tradition meets modern parenting, but their bond with Queen Camilla has remained largely unspoken. Unlike their close relationship with their Middleton grandparents, their interactions with Camilla have been more formal, shaped by history rather than personal connection. As they grow older, how will this dynamic evolve? Will their decisions about family interactions redefine royal expectations? And does this highlight a broader shift in the monarchy itself? Let's dive into details. Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis have become two of the most watched young royals in Britain, often capturing attention with their natural charm, playful energy, and growing awareness of their roles in the monarchy. Unlike past royal children, who were carefully shielded from public scrutiny, Charlotte and Louis are being raised in a way that allows them to balance both their royal responsibilities and their personal lives. With their older brother, Prince George, in direct line to the throne, their place within the royal family remains important, but not in the same rigid way as previous generations. Recently, discussions about the younger Wales children's role in the monarchy have gained attention, particularly in the way they are being brought up compared to previous heirs. The approach taken by Prince William and Princess Catherine has emphasized emotional intelligence, strong family values, and a childhood that, while royal, is meant to be as normal as possible. But as they grow older, Charlotte and Louis will inevitably face more public responsibilities, and their choices, whether personal or official, will shape the next era of the British royal family. Among the more closely watched relationships within the family is the one between the Wales children and Queen Camilla. Having officially become Queen Consort in 2023 after the passing of Queen Elizabeth II, Camilla's role within the monarchy has evolved significantly. While her marriage to King Charles in 2005 marked a turning point in public acceptance, her relationship with Prince William's family has often been a subject of speculation. While King Charles has formed a warm bond with his grandchildren, Queen Camilla's interactions with them have remained largely private, appearing primarily during official royal events. Unlike King Charles, who has been photographed engaging with George, Charlotte, and Louis at various events, Queen Camilla's interactions with them have been more formal and limited to public engagements. However, this does not necessarily indicate distance. It is simply a different dynamic. Camilla has always maintained a careful approach in her public duties, ensuring that her presence does not overshadow those next in line. Still, the lack of widely known personal moments between her and the Wales children has led to questions about how close their relationship truly is. Charlotte and Louis are growing up with a strong sense of family, reinforced not just by their parents, but also by their maternal grandparents, Carol and Michael Middleton. Unlike previous royal generations who were raised largely by governesses, William and Catherine have prioritized hands-on parenting, heavily involving the Middleton family in their children's lives. The Middletons provide a stable and warm presence, with the children frequently visiting their home in Berkshire, a place where they can escape the pressures of royal life. This close bond with their maternal grandparents contrasts with the more traditional and formal role that Queen Camilla has within the royal structure. The topic of family relationships within the monarchy has always been complex, particularly when it comes to blended families. For decades, the royal family has operated under strict guidelines, maintaining a strong public image despite private challenges. However, the modern monarchy has had to adapt, especially with William and Catherine's efforts to provide a childhood that balances royal duty with normalcy. It is clear that George, Charlotte, and Louis are being raised with an emphasis on open expression, something that past royal generations rarely experienced. Public appearances over the years have highlighted different dynamics within the family. At events such as Trooping the Colour, Christmas services, and royal weddings, observers have noted how the children interact with various family members. While they have often been seen engaging playfully with their parents, King Charles, and other close relatives, their interactions with Queen Camilla remain less frequent. This does not indicate conflict, but rather reflects the nature of blended family relationships in a setting as unique as the royal family. In recent years, the monarchy has been adapting to public expectations of transparency and relatability. This is particularly true with William and Catherine's approach to parenting, as they strive to shield their children from the intense pressures that come with royal life while still preparing them for the future. They have ensured that their children's voices are valued within the family, a shift from the more traditional top-down structure that once dominated the royal household. As Queen Consort, Camilla has taken on increasing responsibilities alongside King Charles, focusing on supporting his reign and promoting charitable causes. While her bond with William has remained cordial and respectful, their family dynamic is shaped by a complex history. Queen Camilla has worked hard to integrate into the royal family, but the deep connection that William's children share with their maternal side naturally plays a larger role in their upbringing. The question of how Charlotte and Louis will navigate their relationship with Queen Camilla in the future remains open. As they grow older, their public roles will expand, and their interactions within the royal family will become more pronounced. Their decisions, both personal and official, will shape the monarchy's image, much like previous generations of young royals before them. While some may speculate about the nature of their relationship with Queen Camilla, the truth remains that family bonds, particularly in a high-profile institution like the British royal family, are rarely straightforward. The balance between tradition and modernity continues to shape their experiences, and as Charlotte and Louis mature, their place in this evolving monarchy will become more defined. The focus for now remains on their childhood, their upbringing, and the values instilled in them by William and Catherine. What lies ahead for them, and how their relationships within the royal family will evolve, is something only time will reveal. The British royal family is constantly under the public eye, with every gesture, interaction, and relationship scrutinized for deeper meaning. Among the many dynamics that shape the monarchy, the bond between Queen Camilla and Prince William's children has long been a subject of quiet speculation. As the next generation of royals continues to grow into their roles, the way they navigate relationships within the family holds significance, not just for them personally, but for the future of the monarchy itself. The question of how close Queen Camilla is to Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis has surfaced repeatedly over the years. Unlike King Charles, who has embraced his role as an affectionate grandfather, Camilla's interactions with the Wales children have remained primarily within the bounds of official royal engagements. While there have been no reports of any strain or outright distance, there is also little evidence to suggest a deeply personal relationship. This contrast in relationships is natural, especially considering the unique structure of the royal family, where traditional roles often define personal dynamics. One of the key differences shaping these relationships is the foundation of the children's upbringing. William and Catherine have made it a priority to ensure their children experience a strong sense of family life, one that is deeply influenced by their connection to the Middleton family. From early childhood, George, Charlotte, and Louis have spent significant time with their maternal grandparents, forming a close and affectionate bond. Carol and Michael Middleton have been a constant presence, providing the children with experiences that feel grounded and familiar. This warmth has set a precedent for how the young royals view family, making their relationship with Queen Camilla naturally different. Public appearances over the years have provided glimpses into these dynamics. At formal events such as Trooping the Colour and Christmas services at Sandringham, the Wales children have been seen engaging with their parents, King Charles, and other members of the family in a relaxed manner. Their moments with Queen Camilla, however, have appeared more formal and structured. This does not necessarily imply a strained relationship, but rather a reflection of the realities of blended families within the monarchy. Camilla's primary role has been as Queen Consort and the wife of King Charles, rather than an actively involved step-grandmother in the Wales children's daily lives. The contrast becomes even more noticeable when looking at Queen Camilla's interactions with her own biological grandchildren. Camilla has often spoken publicly about her close relationship with her grandchildren from her first marriage, sharing anecdotes about reading them stories and spending time together. While this is entirely natural, it further highlights the difference in her role within William's family. Unlike the Middletons, who have taken on an everyday presence in George, Charlotte, and Louis's lives, Camilla's position remains more formal, shaped by the structured nature of royal responsibilities. As the Wales children continue to grow, their understanding of their roles within the monarchy is evolving. Princess Charlotte, known for her confidence and maturity beyond her years, has already shown an ability to navigate royal engagements with grace. She often takes on a protective role over her younger brother, Prince Louis, guiding him through formal appearances and ensuring he remains composed. These small yet significant moments suggest that Charlotte is developing a keen awareness of her public role while still maintaining a natural connection with her family. Prince Louis, on the other hand, has captured public attention with his lively personality. While still young, he is growing into his own character within the royal family, displaying an openness that is refreshing in an institution known for its restraint. His playful energy has been evident during major royal events, often bringing a touch of spontaneity to otherwise meticulously planned occasions. However, as he grows older, he too will begin to navigate the complexities of royal expectations, including the relationships he maintains within the family. The presence of King Charles in their lives has been a notable factor in their development. Unlike previous generations of monarchs who maintained a more distant approach with younger family members, Charles has made efforts to be involved in his grandchildren's upbringing. Whether through small interactions at royal gatherings or the occasional mention in speeches, it is clear that he values his role as a grandfather. This engagement reinforces the idea that the monarchy is evolving, allowing for a more personal and connected family dynamic. While the bond between Queen Camilla and the Wales children remains relatively private, the broader question remains: how will their relationship develop in the coming years? With William and Catherine ensuring their children experience a childhood that blends royal duties with a sense of normalcy, it is likely that their personal relationships will continue to be shaped by their experiences outside the palace as much as those within it. Camilla's role as queen consort naturally places her in a position where public responsibilities take precedence. Unlike the Middletons, who are able to engage in daily activities with the Wales children, Camilla's engagements often involve fulfilling royal duties alongside King Charles. This reality is not a reflection of any personal divide, but rather the structured nature of royal life. Still, as Charlotte and Louis mature, there may be opportunities for their relationship with Camilla to evolve, particularly as they take on more responsibilities within the monarchy. The public's perception of these relationships often fuels speculation, but the reality is far more nuanced. While Camilla may not share the same everyday closeness with George, Charlotte, and Louis as their maternal grandparents do, she remains a respected figure within the family. Her approach to her role has been one of steady support for King Charles, ensuring stability in a period of transition for the monarchy. Whether or not her bond with William's children deepens over time will depend on various factors, including how involved she chooses to be in their lives beyond royal engagements. Queen Camilla's role in the royal family has evolved over the years, from being a controversial figure in the public eye to becoming queen consort, alongside King Charles. While she has been widely accepted in her position, her relationship with Prince William's children remains largely unspoken. Unlike King Charles, who has been more visibly affectionate with Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, Camilla's interactions with them have been more reserved. This is not necessarily unusual, given the complex nature of blended families, but it does raise questions about how her role within the Wales household is perceived. The younger royals have grown up with a strong sense of identity, shaped by the modern parenting approach of Prince William and Princess Catherine. Unlike previous generations, where royal children were raised with a degree of emotional distance, William and Catherine have ensured that their children have a strong support system built around family values. A significant part of this comes from their close bond with their maternal grandparents, Carol and Michael Middleton, who have played an active role in their upbringing. This hands-on involvement from the Middleton family contrasts with the more formal role Queen Camilla has played in their lives. This difference became more apparent as the children grew older. While they have always shown respect toward Camilla in public appearances, the warmth and familiarity they display with their Middleton grandparents is a stark contrast. The Middletons have been a near-daily presence, offering a sense of normalcy that is rare within the royal household. Whether it's baking in the kitchen, going on family holidays, or celebrating birthdays, George, Charlotte, and Louis have developed a deep bond with them, one that feels personal rather than ceremonial. Queen Camilla, on the other hand, has taken on the responsibilities expected of her as queen consort, which naturally limits the kind of close day-to-day involvement seen with the Middletons. As a result, her relationship with the Wales children remains primarily within the scope of official engagements, where interactions are more structured and formal. Though this does not suggest any tension, it highlights the different levels of connection within the royal family. While King Charles has carved out his role as a doting grandfather, Camilla's position has remained more distant, dictated by both history and the nature of her responsibilities. This dynamic has played out at several key royal events. During Trooping the Colour, the Wales children have been seen engaging freely with their parents and King Charles, while their interactions with Camilla have been more measured. Similarly, at Christmas and Easter gatherings, the children have been noted to spend time with their father's side of the family but have not been frequently photographed sharing personal moments with Queen Camilla. Publicly, everything appears harmonious, but the limited interaction suggests that their relationship has yet to develop into something deeper. Blended families in the royal household are not new, but they come with their own set of complexities. William, having lived through the highly publicized struggles of his parents' marriage, has always been careful in shaping his own family's dynamic. His relationship with Camilla, while respectful, has never been particularly close, which naturally affects how his children view her as well. Unlike their Middleton grandparents, who have been a constant source of warmth and involvement, Camilla's position has remained more formal, shaped by the expectations of royal tradition. As George, Charlotte, and Louis grow older, they will inevitably have more say in their relationships within the family. Their upbringing has emphasized kindness, emotional intelligence, and independence, all qualities that allow them to navigate these complex family ties with a sense of understanding. While their interactions with Camilla may not be as frequent or as personal as those with other family members, they have been raised to show respect for all figures in their lives, a value William and Catherine have worked hard to instill. The modern royal family is at a crossroads, balancing tradition with evolving family dynamics. Camilla's place within the Wales household may not be as deeply personal as some expected, but it remains an important part of the larger structure of the monarchy. The relationship between step-grandparents and step-grandchildren is unique in any family, and within the royal family, it is further shaped by public scrutiny and long-standing history. Going forward, the way Charlotte and Louis choose to interact with Queen Camilla will depend on natural progression rather than forced proximity. William and Catherine have made it clear that their children's upbringing will be guided by authenticity rather than rigid expectations, meaning that their relationships within the family will evolve in a way that feels right for them. Whether or not their bond with Camilla deepens in the coming years remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: the younger generation of royals is being raised with the ability to navigate these relationships on their own terms. While the monarchy continues to adjust to a new era, the personal relationships within the royal family remain a reflection of broader societal shifts. Blended families, changing traditions, and the balance between duty and personal life are all factors that play a role in shaping these dynamics. For Queen Camilla, her role as step-grandmother to the Wales children will continue to unfold in ways that reflect both personal choices and the ongoing transformation of the royal family as a whole. The British royal family has long been defined by tradition, but with each new generation, change becomes inevitable. As Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis grow older, their roles within the monarchy are becoming more apparent. Unlike previous heirs who were raised in strict royal environments, their upbringing has been shaped by a more modern and emotionally supportive approach, thanks to the influence of their parents, Prince William and Princess Catherine. This shift in parenting style reflects a broader change within the monarchy, one that prioritizes personal choice over obligation, even when it comes to family relationships. Queen Camilla's role in the family has continued to evolve, yet her relationship with William's children remains largely a matter of public curiosity. While she has taken on the full responsibilities of being Queen Consort alongside King Charles, her bond with the younger Wales children has not been as publicly visible as her connection with other members of the family. This is not necessarily unusual in a family as complex as the British monarchy, where different relationships naturally develop based on circumstances, history, and proximity. Over the years, there have been moments that highlight the different dynamics at play. King Charles has been seen engaging with his grandchildren on various occasions, demonstrating a warmth that reflects his desire to be an involved grandparent despite the demands of his role as monarch. In contrast, Camilla's interactions with George, Charlotte, and Louis have been more formal, limited primarily to public engagements where the structure of royal protocol naturally takes precedence over personal connections. This does not imply any conflict, but rather showcases the reality of how family bonds form differently within such an institution. The Wales children's close connection with their maternal grandparents, Carol and Michael Middleton, has also played a significant role in shaping their understanding of family. The Middletons have been actively involved in their lives, offering a source of stability and normalcy that is rare for royal children. Whether it's spending holidays together, enjoying simple activities at their Berkshire home, or supporting the children through major milestones, the Middletons have created an environment where George, Charlotte, and Louis feel at ease. This strong bond naturally contrasts with their relationship with Camilla, which remains more formal and tied to the structure of the monarchy. As Charlotte and Louis grow older, they are beginning to make their own choices about how they interact with different members of the family. Their upbringing has emphasized respect, but also the importance of personal connections that feel genuine rather than obligatory. William and Catherine have made it a priority to ensure that their children understand their royal roles without feeling pressured to conform to outdated expectations. This approach allows them to navigate family relationships in a way that feels natural rather than dictated by tradition. At official events, Charlotte has often been observed taking on a leadership role, guiding her younger brother Louis with a sense of maturity beyond her years. She understands the importance of royal appearances, but does so with a confidence that suggests she is aware of her own place within the family. Louis, with his naturally playful personality, is still growing into his role. But even at a young age, he is being encouraged to engage with family members in a way that feels authentic to him. Blended family dynamics, especially within an institution as public as the monarchy, can be difficult to navigate. Camilla's relationship with William has remained cordial over the years, but it has never been deeply personal, largely due to the history that shaped their connection. This naturally extends to her bond with his children, which remains respectful yet distant. Unlike the Middletons, who have been present in George, Charlotte, and Louis's daily lives, Camilla's role has been more symbolic, reflecting her position as queen consort rather than a hands-on step-grandmother. The expectations placed upon younger royals have changed significantly in recent years. Where previous generations were expected to conform without question, the next generation is being raised with a greater sense of autonomy. William and Catherine's decision to give their children a childhood that balances duty with personal freedom is part of a broader effort to modernize the monarchy. As a result, George, Charlotte, and Louis are learning to navigate their roles in a way that aligns with their values rather than simply following established norms. Camilla's position in this evolving royal structure remains significant, but it is unlikely that her relationship with the Wales children will change dramatically. The reality is that family bonds, particularly in blended families, develop over time based on shared experiences and emotional connections. While Camilla and the Wales children may not have a deeply personal relationship, there is mutual respect, and that is ultimately what matters in a family that is constantly under public scrutiny. As the younger generation continues to grow, their choices will inevitably shape the future of the monarchy. The relationships they maintain within the family will play a role in defining the royal household's public image, but they will also reflect the personal values instilled in them by their parents. Whether or not their bond with Camilla deepens over time, their approach to family relationships will continue to set them apart from previous generations. The modern monarchy is one that must balance history with progress, and the Wales children represent that shift. Their relationships within the family, including their dynamic with Camilla, will continue to evolve naturally, influenced by their own experiences and choices. In a world where the royal family is expected to be more relatable and accessible, their ability to form genuine, meaningful connections will be far more important than simply upholding tradition for the sake of appearances. The British monarchy has always been a blend of tradition and evolution, adapting to societal expectations while maintaining its historical structure. With the next generation of royals growing into their roles, the way they navigate relationships within the family carries weight, not only for them personally, but for the institution as a whole. Prince George, Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis have been raised in an environment that values emotional intelligence, independence, and a sense of normalcy, setting them apart from previous generations. Their relationships with family members, including Queen Camilla, reflect this modern approach, where connections are shaped by experience rather than obligation. Camilla's role in the monarchy has changed significantly over the years. From being a controversial figure in the public eye to becoming queen consort, she has faced scrutiny at every stage. Yet, despite her official position, her relationship with Prince William's children has remained largely out of the spotlight. This is not unusual in royal circles, where family dynamics are often shaped by historical context and public perception. While King Charles has embraced his role as a hands-on grandfather, Camilla's relationship with the Wales children has been more formal, limited to public engagements where royal duties take precedence. William and Catherine's commitment to raising their children with a strong sense of personal identity has influenced the way they interact with different members of the family. Unlike past royal heirs who were expected to strictly follow tradition, George, Charlotte, and Louis have been given the space to develop natural relationships with their relatives. Their bond with their maternal grandparents, the Middletons, has been a testament to this. Carol and Michael Middleton have played a vital role in their upbringing, offering a consistent presence that provides warmth and stability. The closeness they share with their Middleton grandparents has naturally shaped how they view family relationships. In contrast, Camilla's role in their lives has remained more distant, largely defined by her position rather than personal connection. This is not to suggest any strain, but rather highlights the differences in their family structure. Unlike the Middletons, who engage with the Wales children in private settings, Camilla's presence has been largely within the scope of royal engagements. These formalities often limit the depth of personal interactions, making it difficult for a natural bond to develop in the same way. As Charlotte and Louis grow older, they will continue to shape their own relationships within the royal family. Charlotte, already known for her composed and confident demeanor, has shown a keen understanding of her role, often stepping in to guide her younger brother during public appearances. Louis, full of energy and curiosity, is beginning to grow into his own personality within the royal framework. Their upbringing encourages them to form connections based on personal experiences rather than duty, meaning their future interactions with Camilla will be guided by genuine comfort rather than expectation. The evolution of family roles within the monarchy reflects a broader shift in how the institution operates. While royal traditions remain important, there is now a greater emphasis on authenticity and individual agency. William and Catherine's decision to give their children a balanced upbringing ensures that they will enter their royal duties with a strong sense of self. This will likely influence how they manage their relationships within the family, including their interactions with Queen Camilla. Public perception plays a significant role in shaping the narrative around these relationships. The media often speculates about internal family dynamics, but the truth is often far more nuanced. Camilla's role within the royal family is one of duty and support for King Charles, and while her bond with William's children may not be deeply personal, it remains respectful. There is no expectation that she must play the same role as their Middleton grandparents, nor does she need to. The children's upbringing ensures that they are surrounded by love and guidance from multiple sources, whether that be their parents, their grandfather King Charles, or their maternal grandparents. The monarchy continues to evolve, and with it, so do the relationships within it. The younger generation of royals represents a new approach, one that values personal connections over rigid expectations. Charlotte and Louis will grow up with the ability to shape their own paths within the institution, ensuring that their relationships remain meaningful and not simply dictated by tradition. Whether their bond with Camilla deepens over time or remains more formal, their understanding of family will be defined by the environment their parents have created for them. As the years pass, the monarchy will face further changes, and the role of the younger royals will become more defined. The relationships they cultivate now will play a role in shaping the public's perception of the royal family's future. For Queen Camilla, her place within this evolving structure will continue to be one of support and duty. Whether her bond with the Wales children grows stronger or remains as it is today, the focus will always be on maintaining the stability and continuity of the monarchy. What remains clear is that George, Charlotte, and Louis are being raised in a way that prepares them for the responsibilities ahead while allowing them to build relationships that feel genuine. Their interactions with Queen Camilla may not follow the traditional expectations of the past, but they will develop in a way that reflects the modern royal family, a family that, despite its public role, is still built on personal connections and evolving traditions. Recently, the three of them surprised Kate when they spoke up in a way that no one saw coming. What do you think made them break their usual quietness? Well, it turns out the Cambridge kids had a lot on their minds and decided to ask David Attenborough, the famous naturalist, about his amazing career. With the entire world watching, how might this bold moment change how people view their family's carefully crafted image? Let's take a closer look at what led to these young royals voicing their thoughts and what might be behind their surprising comments that caught everyone off guard. Raising royals is no easy task, especially in the public eye. Kate Middleton, who is loved by many for her warmth and grace, and Prince William have a style of parenting that balances love with discipline. But a surprising twist has popped up. 11-year-old Prince George, 9-year-old Princess Charlotte, and 6-year-old Prince Louis have been holding on to some frustrations about their mom, and they finally brought it up. Fans are left wondering what could have triggered the royal children to express themselves so openly. And speaking of Charlotte and George, there was a cute moment during the Queen's Platinum Jubilee on the Buckingham Palace balcony where Charlotte was seen keeping George in line, showing off just a subtle hint of royal manners. Fans are also curious about how William and Kate will handle this unexpected situation with their kids. It seems like there might be something specific about Kate's parenting style that contributed to this surprising drama. But before we dive deeper into how Kate approaches parenting, let's talk about something cool that happened recently. In a special video shared by the royal family, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis got to chat with David Attenborough. Can you imagine what that must have been like for them? Imagine asking him, "Hey David, what animal do you think might go extinct next?" Talk about a heavy question, right? Let's just hope there are no animals facing that fate. It's fascinating to think about how this conversation with Attenborough might influence their outlook on nature and conservation. Children often look up to figures like him as role models, which raises questions about how the royal family is cultivating awareness of environmental issues in their kids. Perhaps this experience sparked a newfound passion for wildlife conservation in George, Charlotte, and Louis. Additionally, it might encourage them to advocate for important causes in the future, following closely in their parents' footsteps. Children's spontaneity can reveal surprising insights about their personalities. Gossip has it that during this moment, Prince Louis stole the show with his cheeky comments, providing comic relief that delighted everyone around. Such moments only serve to humanize the royal family further, making them relatable to families everywhere. Their charming antics remind us that at the end of the day, they are just kids navigating their way through life, just like any other family. The video got shared on social media by Prince William and Kate, showing a fun and lively side of the royal family. The recent video featuring all three royal siblings chatting together is quite a moment for the family. It quickly went viral, amassing hundreds of thousands of views just hours after it was shared. In this fun video, each of the kids got to ask David Attenborough a question about the environment. Prince George, the oldest, asked a pretty important question. "What animal do you think will go extinct next?" Attenborough gave a hopeful response, saying he believes we can save endangered animals if we take action now. Then there's Princess Charlotte, who showed her curiosity about spiders, which is a cool shared interest with Attenborough. And let's not forget little Prince Louis, who wanted to know what Attenborough's favorite animal is. Spoiler alert, Attenborough revealed he's a big fan of monkeys. Just recently, the royal family welcomed him to the gardens of Kensington Palace. As a special gift, Attenborough gave Prince George a fossilized shark tooth that he discovered back in the 1960s while in Malta. This tooth, found in limestone, is around 23 million years old. There's even been some talks about whether it might need to go back to Malta since it could be part of their national heritage. This video showcases not just the kids' growing interest in the environment, but it also spotlights the royal family's commitment to environmental issues. Prince William and Kate are working alongside Attenborough on the Earthshot Prize. Ever heard of it? The Earthshot Prize is actually one of the most important global environmental awards out there. It's all about bringing together bright minds to tackle the planet's biggest environmental problems. This moment highlights how the younger royals are learning from one of the most respected figures in environmental advocacy, igniting their interest in protecting our planet. But how does this fit with Kate Middleton's parenting style? Despite her royal duties, Kate puts a lot of emphasis on raising her kids with strong values and keeping things calm and encouraging. One of her go-to parenting techniques is what she calls the chat sofa rule. Instead of using traditional timeouts where kids sit alone to think about their actions, she prefers to have calm discussions to work through any behavior issues. Doesn't that sound like a more supportive approach? Interestingly, Kate has also spoken about the importance of nature in her children's upbringing, often taking them on outdoor adventures to help them connect with the environment. The family frequently enjoys walks in the countryside, where they can learn about wildlife and appreciate nature firsthand. Gossip has it that the children are particularly fond of spotting different types of birds and collecting interesting rocks during these excursions. Such experiences not only foster a love for the planet but also strengthen their bond as a family. Additionally, this video and the whole initiative reflect a broader trend among modern parents incorporating environmental education into everyday life. The royal family's participation in such initiatives continues to inspire others, as many parents take cues from their approach to instilling awareness about climate issues in their own children. When one of the kids acts up or gets into a fight, they get taken to a quiet spot, usually a cozy corner on the sofa, where they can talk it out calmly about what went wrong. It's not about sticking them in a corner, but helping them understand their actions and learn from them. They have one rule that's super important: no shouting. If the kids start getting loud, it gets handled quickly, teaching them that it's better to talk things over calmly. Interestingly, Kate just found out that her kids aren't totally comfortable with this way of handling things. Their nanny, Maria Teresa Turian-Ballo, who has been with them since Prince George was little, supports this approach. Maria is trained at Norland College, which specializes in caring for children, so she really knows her stuff. The uniform she wears shows her professionalism and commitment to discipline. Nannies like Maria play a big role in royal families. She isn't just there to look after the kids, but also helps them build their social and emotional skills. This prepares them for life in the public eye. When it comes to Kate's parenting style, the close bond she shares with her kids, along with guidance from both parents and their nanny, has a positive effect on how the children are growing up in the royal family. Even with her busy life, Kate makes it a point to spend quality time with her kids and show them how to behave through her actions. You might remember when William talked about a fun chat he had with the kids about his favorite animal, which they loved to ask him about. As a family, they enjoy many things together, especially nature trips and their beloved dog, Aura, who William mentioned often cuddles up in bed with him and Kate. This little detail shines a light on how much they value a loving and connected family life, even though they have many public duties. Through these thoughtful choices, William and Kate demonstrate that great parenting means having open conversations, being patient, and leading by example. Their methods show a desire to balance preparing the kids for royal responsibilities while ensuring they have a joyful, well-rounded childhood, even with all the extra pressure that comes with their public lives.